So I highlighted this part, which I thought was really telling. It says that the question is, one of my favorite activities is to remind you that you're the same asshole you were before you had kids, but now you just feel worse about it. And she says, oh, shame, old buddy. Yes. And incidentally, that's what we do to mothers new to recovery. They step foot in rehab and they're pummeled with, but don't you love your children? How could you do this? And consequently, we think we can get sober for our children. We think love is enough to treat our addiction. We bathe in shame, hoping it will heal our minds. And when we relapse over and over again, which is generally the story for a late stage addict, we eventually wonder if we have any capacity for love at all. Mac, who's her husband, came to a reading with me once, and after I talked about how I was immediately asked about my kids when I entered rehab, a woman in the audience asked Mac, so when you went to rehab, did they tell you to get sober for your kids? He responded, I don't think they even knew I had kids. I was like...
Incredible standard, double standard. Yeah. Right?
I was blown away, actually. I was really kind of blown away by that.
Yeah, that totally just made me tear up.
Gave me chills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gave me chills where I went, as much as we have responsibility as mothers because we're wired a certain way differently than men, maybe perhaps, what a pressure for someone who's ill like that. And what a difference in standards that is just kind of inherent in life, I guess.
And what a pressure for all of us. Like even if you're not struggling with addiction or anything, just the shame that is associated with anything, having any feelings that aren't intrinsically tied to your kids, like not seeing women, not seeing mothers as a complete person, just as, a vehicle to grow their kids and nurture their kids.
Yeah, it was crazy. I read that and I was like, that's fucking crazy. I'm sorry.
And what would her recovery look like if she didn't have that added pressure, right? Like, what if they didn't ask if she had kids? Like, what if they just treated her as a female who was struggling? You know what I mean? Like it was really, really powerful.
Yeah, that was one of the most powerful things in the book. I mean, there were a lot of powerful things, but that one I was like, whoa. They didn't even know he had kids. And hers was, why can't you do this for your kids?
Right.
Crazy.
Like they just took care of him as a human and her as a mom. Like that's so,
To take care of her would be to take care of someone else. Where for him, it was just to take care of him.
Right. Just for him to get healthy. Yeah. It's crazy.
It was crazy.